Welcome to the dashboard of Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. From here, we can get to know the summary of your health status in your organization. Example, the active alert, automated investigation and its statistic, devices at risk, user at risk, service health, and so on. Next is about the incident case. So once the Defender engine detects the suspicious activity, it will log an incident case into the portal, and here is the place. IT admin can base on this incident to further investigate. Next again is about the device inventory. From here, it will list down all the onboarded device, not limited to the Windows, but Linux, Mac, mobile phone as well. If further click in, you will see the security summary of the device. Okay, and at the left-hand side, you can see some information of the device, such as the OS, domain, IP. Let's look at the other option, alert. This is about the security alerts found on the devices, and it will list down all the security-related findings into the portal, and it is sorted by the time. Second is a timeline. It's all about the activities happen in the PC, sorted by time according to the GMT0, which is the Greenwich time, not the Malaysia time. So you will have to plus 8 hours to convert it to the Malaysia time so that you won't get confused with the times listed. Okay, the next is about the security recommendation. It's about the security pen test toward the PC. So example, 0-day vulnerability patches, and because it is critical, it will list with the red color. Another example is like enable hide option for disable updates. Also, it will advise about the best practice to configure the Microsoft Defender. Okay, maybe you will ask, is it only limited to the Microsoft related product? Not really. Let's look at this one. Yep. Block the Adobe Reader from creating child process. So this one is not a Microsoft product, but it also give you the advice. So the next is about the software inventory. It will list out all the installed apps in the PC, and it's sorted by the winner score, as what you can see. So again, next is about the discover vulnerabilities. It lists out all the vulnerabilities in the PC based on the code name, and if you click in, it will give you the advice on how to remediate the issue. The last one is about the missing KB, which will tell you that which pages should be applied for the PC. Other than that, Microsoft Defender for Endpoints come with the function like isolate device, which is used to separate the device from the network, but it remains only the activities between the device and the Defender Endpoints control center. So the next thing is about the restrict app execution. Once you enable this, it will allow only the Microsoft Sign application from running. Okay, you can also remotely execute the antivirus scan to the PC through this function. So next, what we have is collect investigation package, initiate the live response session, initiate automated investigation, and all this we will explain later. The last is about a consult from the threat expert for Microsoft. So the next is about the alerts queue. This is the function like I mentioned just now, but this one a bit different, which is about the security alerts to your organization, but not limited to the single device. Another one is the automated investigation. This is the Defender Endpoint engine will automatically investigate the suspicious activity, and it will try to remediate it if it can. Like example here, remediated, and also have a partially remediated cases. Okay, the next is about advanced hunting. If you are the query expert, you can use these features to query the information you want, such as the device info, network info from the event viewer of the PC. Okay, the next is about the reporting. Here we have the threat protection report, and this is the sample of the report. So another example, we have the, you see, okay, we take this one, vulnerable devices report. Here is the example. Last but not least is about the settings. Here you can enable disable certain functions of Defender for Endpoint. Example, automated investigation, live response, and also provide a step for the onboarding and offboarding. And here it lists down the supported OS like Windows, Linux, Mac OS, Android, and you also provide a step for the installation. Okay, thanks for joining the tour, and we will proceed with the further demo. Stay tuned. Okay, the scenario is like this. Assume that one user open the Microsoft Word file and he key in the password. Okay, he enable the editing, and because due to he want to use the macro, he enable the macro content. Okay, once he enable, he found that got something executed, and after that the user reported that got a file, very suspicious exe file created in the desktop, and meanwhile got a scheduled task created as well. Meanwhile, the IT administrator being notified by email about the incident. Well, let's switch to the Defender for Endpoint console. From here, we can see that we have 15 active alerts and also have some cases for the automated investigation statistic. We can see that got one device at risk, got one user at risk. Okay, let's switch to the incident view for this Defender console. From here, we can see that got one incident reported. And if we click in, here we can see that got 15 active alerts actually sorted by the time. And if, let's say, we click one of the alerts, so it will show in the hierarchical view towards that specific alert. An example here, one of the activity is about winword.exe, and it will show that what file has been executed and what will happen after executed the file. It shows that the suspicious PowerShell command line actually running. And if you click in, you will see that the details toward the PowerShell. Okay, maybe you will feel that it's very complex to you and you want to have something like simple to see and simple to understand. So this graph view is actually the very good to you. Example here, I click on one of the component .docm, and once I click in, it will show that something related to this docm. An example, this file. This docm file, it will tell you that the details about it, the hash, the file detection, and even show this observed by worldwide and then observed in your organization. Okay, so another thing I want to show you is about this evidence and response. So this is a play to show that anything related to this incident. Example, the file, what is actually happened, and what action taken. Example, the file is being quarantined and remediated. And it will show the file name, the path of the file is at the desktop. Okay, we want to see that whether it's real or not. Okay, we go to the desktop of the PC and we see that, yeah, the .exe, the backdoor file is no longer there because it's being quarantined, so it's right. Okay, let's switch back to the console. So another thing is about the investigation. So this part is about the action taken, which is actually still running or maybe is not yet completed. So here is what you can see. We have one PowerShell drop, a suspicious file, and the status show partially remediated. And if we click in, it shows the investigation graph. So here we can see they got 3 entities under the evidence, and the result is partially remediated. So other than the graph, we have the alerts, device, evidence, the entities. Okay, let's say we click in the alerts, it will show related alerts towards the investigation, and the devices of the investigation target, the evidence. Okay, so let's click back this investigation graph. Okay, it shows that it's partially remediated toward the computer. Let's go to the desktop, the window defender, to see what's actually happening. From the protection history of the window defender, we can see that got thread file action needed, the remediation incomplete. So let's say we click this remediation incomplete. So it will show that the virus, the malicious file, actually being removed and is blocked according to the window defender ATP policy. So the action needed actually will show that it's also related to the defender ATP policy. Yeah, and we can actually choose to quarantine or remove it. So let's say I choose to remove it. So here we can see that it's running and actually being removed. Okay, now let's switch back, and we want to make this incident as resolved. You can actually, from here, you can click it to resolve the incident, and you can set a classification of the file, and the determination is which kind of the class is related to, and you save it. And once you click save to resolve the case, the incident will actually disappear from the page. Okay, this is how Microsoft Defender for Endpoint can help to remediate the case. Hope you like it. Thank you. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint comes with a feature called Live Response, which it will help the IT admin to remote to the infected PC via the command prompt. Okay, in this scenario, assume that IT admin receive an incident case through the portal. He click to the problematic PC and further click on the initiate live response. Okay, this will link the IT admin to the PC through the live response command prompt. And assume that if you are new to this live response, you can start with the help command. So this will actually list down all the commonly used command. So example here, I use dir. It will list down all the files, folders in the C drive. So the next, we can try with the schedule task. So this schedule task will actually list down all the task schedule created in the PC. So you can double check whether you got any special task schedule created or not. So the next is about this command called connections. It is similar to the netstat. It will list down all the live connected apps which is happening in the PC. Okay, next I want to introduce is this find file. So assume that from the incident I found that I got this invoice.docm file, and I want to find where is it located at. And finally I get it is from the desktop. And I can type another command called analyze file, and then followed by the path of the entire file. Then this live response will start to analyze. Okay, so after analyze, it will actually list down whether the file is safe or not. Example here, this is the clean file. Okay, so the next, maybe I feel that I still not comfortable. I think it's better I quarantine this file. So I can type this command, remediate file, then followed by the path of the file. So once you hit enter, it will start to remediate by quarantine the file. And once completed, you will see that it shows that the status is quarantine with the status finish. Okay, this is how the live response can help you to solve the problem. And then it comes with the command log, which is the history of all the commands you key in before in the same session. So example, the analyze, it will show the output. So the next example is this, the remediate. It also recorded the output of the command. Okay, the next thing, assume that you want to key in or you want to upload the script, PowerShell script to the PC. So you can use this upload function to upload the PowerShell command to the PC. And once you upload it, you can go back to the command console, and then you key in the command called library. Okay, so after you key in the command, it will list down the uploaded file into the PC. So to run the PowerShell, you can hit this run, then followed by the PowerShell name. So this will actually help to initiate the PowerShell and run it happen on that particular PC. Okay, once everything completed, before you leaving, you should click the disconnect session, and this will disconnect the live session from the console towards the PC. Okay, well, this ended the live response demo session. Thank you very much. Hi, in this session, I will introduce a tool to you which is called Ransim. This is a ransomware simulation tool, and this tool comes with a variety of the ransomware mutation. And let's say your computer cannot protect from this kind of ransomware attack, it will show as the red color vulnerable word, as what you can see. Okay, and as a result, the files inside KB4 C drive will be converted to become the ransomware encrypted files. Well, let's understand how the Windows Defender can be configured to protect from the ransomware attack. But first, must make sure that the control folder access is turned on. And once turned on, you have to click into this protected folder and make sure that the folder you want to protect added into this protected folder. To start the simulation test, you need to open the Ransim tool and click the Check Now button. And once run, you will see that the testing is started to run. And then you will actually category by category to run it. And once completed, you drag down and you will see the results show as a green color, not vulnerable. But for those show in the yellow color, which is actually the false positive test, but still the Windows Defender will block it. Okay, so as a result, you will see that those files in the C drive KB4 is actually still show as the original file and not being encrypted. Okay, this ended my demo session. I hope you benefited from it and you like it. Thank you.